We might be here all night. Are you guys getting graded on asking questions? We got to get this A here. All right. No?
Travis is their professor. He writes
Well, I'm going to help you guys out tonight. So, just really proud of our guys. They were resilient late in the game. We'll continue to talk about getting better, serving each other, helping each other, and just, hey, whatever it takes in that moment to help the team win and move forward. That's all we're talking about. Be unselfish on both ends of the court. And I just thought late in the game when they had the momentum in the second half and they had the lead, our guys they hung in there, they stuck together, and they made some big plays on both ends of the court, from taking the charges, getting on the floor for rebounds, getting some big rebounds, or getting loose balls, getting rebounds. I thought we made a couple switches on defense that were huge, not letting guys get threes. And then offensively, I just thought we shared the ball and got some open looks, and Big Q really finished today against guys. So, huge team win. I just thought so many guys contributed in a positive way.
John.
Mike, this was trending toward being another one of those 20-minute games there for a little bit.
You got that right,
and
without a doubt.
What changed to prevent that from happening?
I think just, John, the experiences we've been going through this, and that's pretty much what I said the one time out. I was like, are we going to go through this again? Is this how it is every time we play at home? I said, come on, and let's just stick together. Everyone, I said, take a deep breath, clear your mind here, and all right, let's get back to doing what we're capable of doing. Two things we talked about: getting in the lane, but not forcing it from a turnover or a tough shot. And I thought we did a good job after that of feeding guys, and we got some threes because of that. We shared the ball better, and then I thought we were just undisciplined at times on defense, where we reached 30 feet from the basket and gave up a layup, or we were playing behind in a post instead of getting around, pushing them out. Like little things like that, I just thought guys just sharpened up, and we've been through so much this year, so many up and downs. So, those experiences got to be your greatest teacher. And sooner or later, players on the team got to say, that's enough. We're not doing this again. And today was one of those steps to do that.
Mike, I don't think Ace took a shot in the first 10 minutes of the game or something, and yet you still had a significant lead. But then when the game's on the line, I mean, what is it about him that he knows when to make other guys better, and he knows when he's got to take over?
Well, you've heard me say this. I've been saying this for a long time about Ace. Ace will play a game and not score a point, and if his team wins, he's good. That's how important winning is to him. There's some guys that want to score, and I hope we win, but if I had a good game, if we lose, Ace doesn't talk to anyone for 2 days. That's how competitive he is.
Well, how does he know when it's important?
He's not afraid. He's not afraid. The dude's not afraid. He's not afraid to be the guy to say, all right, I'm going to make a play, and if it doesn't happen, it's on me. And he's hard on himself. But he also works on his game, and he has that elite competitiveness. But he's, I just think I wish I could say it was coaching. It's not. It's an innate ability to go make a play when it's needed. It's a level of competitiveness that not everybody has. I think he's an outlier in that area. He's going to do whatever it takes to win, because winning to him is the most important thing. And he's not a good loser, but I don't mind that because he wants to win that bad.
Hey, Coach, a guy that came back to play for you, Jamal Brown, 23 points in his last 30 minutes, played the last 2 games. But you said in order for him to get more minutes early in the season when I talked to you, you said that you need to do more on the defensive end. And he made a couple huge defensive plays today. Can you just talk about what he's done on the defensive end with the improvement there?
Well, he's one of the most coachable guys on our team. I mean, his parents gave us a great kid. I mean, he's coachable. He's about the team. He's about the right stuff. If you demand him to do something better, he doesn't catch feelings. He's really trying to please you. He's really trying to do it the right way. Jamal wants to be a coach, and you could see that approach he has, and you could see that he thinks the game like that. And I'm super proud. We all know he can shoot the ball, but he's always trying to get better in other areas of his game, and it's helping us. And his defense today, you're right, he made some plays today, and he made one bonehead play late in the game when he tried to reach and pick a guy. We gave up a layup, but he'll own it, and he won't let that happen again. So just a super coachable kid, and he's a sophomore now. He's gone through it a little bit. Now he's figuring it out, and it's been huge for us.
Ace seems like a guy, to go back to him, when he's on, his confidence grows and grows and seems to emanate. When you guys are kind of in the huddle, guys are touching him on the shoulder, and it just seems like he's got that kind of look to him. Is that a fair assessment? And in what ways does that manifest, behind the scenes when we don't see him, when you guys practice and prepare?
I always say this about Ace. Ace could bring unbelievable energy and joy into this room, but he also could come in here and burn it down in a second because he's so darn competitive and he gets so into it. So you got to balance it, right? And as he's gotten older, he's done a great job of balancing it. He's very demanding of his teammates, but he's also very demanding of himself, and he gets mad at himself for not playing at a certain level. But he also, when he tells certain guys, he gets them going. It means more when it comes from your point guard and your leader, with more than even more than from me. And I think he has that ability. I always said he would be a heck of a D-back. He'd be a heck of a quarterback. Whatever sport he'd play, he has that feel, and he can. The greatest compliment you can get in a team sport is you make those around you better. He does that.
Nate, and then Joe.
You had 12 threes tonight, and
How about that?
over 5 different players making them. Is this what you had been expecting the whole time? And
I
how
thought
does
we'd
it change
shoot it
things?
like this. I'm not going to say over 50% every game, Nate, but I thought we had the right guys shooting the right threes today. A lot of the threes because guys were very unselfish passing the balls, and a couple ones were you just tee it up and step in there. You could even make some of those. And what was neat about that was when some of those guys made the shots, the bench and the guys on the court that didn't shoot the ball, the joy they had for each other and celebrating each other's successes because we're playing the right way. Get that ball hot and you share that rock. Then the rim looks bigger and those shots become easier. Step-in threes are a lot easier when your teammates are getting the ball to you when you need it.
Joe, then
Mike, the lady lines are up right now, if you're curious.
Yes.
But you guys are on your third straight win.
What part of the game is it?
End of the first quarter, 25-23.
Nice. 25-23. There's some shooting in that game.
3 points are looking nice. You guys are on 3 straight. You've got a winning record again. Do you think this team's going downhill at this point, that you're kind of picking up momentum as the end of the season approaches?
I hope so. As a coach, you want to pride your team in always getting better as the year goes on and being a tough out, as I like to say. So, I always tell our guys, and I said it to them again today, let's work hard every day so we go to bed tired and we wake up hungry. And this time of year, some people are looking for the next thing, and for us, it's all right. Let's go to bed tired today because we put a great effort in, and let's wake up hungry and do it again. And that's how you pass people out, and that's how you establish a culture. That's how you have a personality, a fight, and that character part. Games like this, and you win a couple in a row, give you confidence that you can play with anybody. But it also, you got to hold yourself to that standard, and we got to do it every day.
Mike, a quick two-parter. First, is there any update on Puff today?
Yeah, hopefully he's day to day. So let's hopefully we can have him for Sunday. So just day to day.
And then with Kanye coming back and coming off the bench, what was the plan with him today? I think 18 minutes, only 7 in the second half. How did you kind of see him come back?
Yeah, just come back and give us a lift. Come back and give us momentum. And the thing about it is he's a dynamic player, like a couple other guys we have, and him and Ace out there is still a dynamic backcourt. And with some other guys playing a lot of minutes when he was out has given them great experience. So now we have more options because of it. And he's a very talented player, and it's great. Sometimes when you have injuries and people are out, other guys have to step up, but it gains valuable experience and it's character builders for those guys that had to help us, the last week and today. So it gives us options, and we want to be a deep team, and some of these guys through injuries are getting out there, and now they're helping us as we move along.
Two more, Andrew or Amanda.
Coach, Q has been an unsung hero really in these last couple games. He had another really, really efficient game tonight. What has made him more effective offensively here in the last couple weeks?
Yeah, I think two things. I think our guys are just a little more sure with the ball, throwing it in there and getting him the ball at the right places. And I think he's doing a really good job of taking his time down there because he's so darn big and strong with that ball that sometimes he rushes it and loses his angle. And I just think lately he's done a really good job of getting, as I call it, his apex, right, to that high point where not everyone can go to. And he has such a good touch. And he makes his free throws as well. So I was impressed with his defense today. He had some big rebounds for us, but thought our guys did a good job moving the ball and getting it to him down there where he didn't have to lose his position to gain possession. I think his teammates got him the ball where he can just catch it deep and get a strong pivot to finish. So, he's a vet. He's been around. He's played a lot of games. There's a lot of miles on that body, and but when he gets the ball down there and he has a clear mind, he's been great.
Coach, you've spoken ad nauseum of the peaks and valleys that you've experienced at the season, and since the Minnesota game, you said this team needs to get mentally tougher. And through those two first road games, and then bringing that momentum back to the Bryce Jordan Center, how would you evaluate any mental growth this team has experienced?
Yeah, great question. I mean, that's what you want to see as a coach. Just at times, just not good enough, not tough enough, not mentally tough enough, and in the last 10 days, we've been tougher. We've been mentally tougher. We didn't make excuses. We didn't react to poor play and kept it poor. And that's all the credit to those guys because they're the ones that go through it. As a coach, you could point it out, but it doesn't matter until they get it and they call each other out and say this is enough. And sometimes as a team, you got to draw the line in the sand when it comes to mental toughness. Say enough's enough. We got to figure this out. And they have. Doesn't mean it's going to be perfect next game, but we raise some standards in the area of mental toughness because of it. We're not asking, students aren't asking any questions? So, awesome. Go ahead, come on, let's go. We're here for you guys.
Okay. Speaking on the defensive side of your guys' game tonight, I don't know if you know, but this is the first game in 5 games that your defense was able to hold Perkins to 20 points or less. So what led to that tonight?
Well, good individual players. Ace guarded him early. Ye, I thought, guarded him great in the first half, into the second half. And then we had DeMarco on him at times too. I thought our ball screen defense, that's the key, and it's a great question. Our ball screen defense against him was very good today. We didn't let him to turn the corner. So heck of a player. He had 8 assists though, but he knows how to play. But we didn't let him get going in the scoring category. That was huge. But I just thought multiple guys guarded him better. I thought Ye set the tone on him in the first half with his full court pressure on him. You got somebody in the back. I see you.
Coach, how important is a 3-point this team's game? I mean, we saw them as they got really cold to start. You guys came out of the half, and then it's like you hit 1 3, you went on a run.
Yeah, I always say, it's like I always say when one guy hits a 3 or you hit a couple threes, it's like wildfire, and everybody thinks they can shoot. And you come on. You see one go in, I'm gonna knock this one down too, and then the ball gets hot. The ball gets hot, and I just didn't think we took bad ones, and I just think we shared it. And guys stepped into it, but like if we make threes like that, we're harder to guard. And then you have guys like Kanye and Ace that can get downhill. Then you have a guy like Q that could finish 1-on-1 at the end of a roll or in the post. That creates great spacing for everybody. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you.